Let's talk about Maruti Suzuki. It's been a mixed quarter. RC Bhargav, chairman of Maruti Suzuki, joining in to give us perspective on the quarter gone by as well as the road ahead. What is the sales growth guidance for FY25? What is their EV roadmap and so much more? Thank you so much for taking the time out. Let's talk about what you would attribute the mixed set of numbers to in Q2, and will conditions improve in the next few quarters?
The market is not very buoyant at the moment. This was expected even earlier because if you remember some months ago when we talked about the prospects for 24-25, I had told you that the industry's estimate was that this year the growth will be muted, maybe between 3 and 4%, which is exactly what has been happening in the first half of this year. And it seems likely that this trend will continue for the remaining 2 quarters of this year also. It's not as if suddenly the market from 3 to 4% is going to go up to 8 or 9%. Nothing of the kind looks likely.
Sure, Mr. Bhargava, in your press conference yesterday, you talked about 14% growth in retail sales during the festive period. But what about after that? Are you expecting a bit of a softness after the festive season?
I don't think the 14% kind of growth which we've had in the festival season can be maintained after the festival season. This happens every year. It's not an unusual event because festival season sales are much, much higher than what they are in other times of the year. And I certainly expect that after this Diwali things is over, Diwali festivities are over, sales will come down to their normal levels. This has certainly helped in clearing inventories and bringing things on a more even keel. But we don't expect this kind of sale levels to continue.
What is the guidance when it comes to discounts? Do you think we can see deeper discounts down the line?
Discounts are a function of overall market conditions. If you have models in stock which are not selling, where you have accumulated or produced far more stock than what you can sell, what is the option other than to give larger discounts to get rid of those models? On the other hand, if you are careful and are able to adjust your production to suit the market requirements, then there is need for very little discounting to be done. And if the competition is doing something similar, then to some extent you have to do it. But if you have a good product, I think the customers buy the good products instead of just looking for discounts.
Okay, fair enough. Yes, if the entire industry is resorting to discounts, you have to follow suit. But is there a trend, Mr. Bhargava, when it comes to the urban demand versus rural demand that you can talk to us about?
The rural demand has been good. One of the saving graces this year has been the rural areas. Because while rural growth has been positive, I think about 8%, the urban demand in sales have actually been negative.
Okay, point taken. But will the sales for Maruti be in line with the industry average for FY25, or Mr. Bhargava, could you outpace the industry growth?
I think we'll be in line with the rest of industry. We won't be better.
Good to have you on board. Thank you so much for joining in and sharing with us those key takeaways. That is RC Bhargav talking about the earnings fine print of Maruti.